This ABC15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. All roads lead to Sanderson Ford.
I'm Faye Fredericks with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. Watching Washington, still no deal on the debt ceiling, but both sides say today's talks were productive. GOP negotiators insist on provisions like additional work requirements for federal aid. Democrats say those are non-starters. In the meantime, the clock keeps ticking with the stability of the global economic system on the line. Potentially dangerous situation in Washington, D.C. overnight when a U-Haul crashed through a security barrier right near the White House. Police say the 19-year-old driver is now charged with threatening to kill, kidnap, or harm the president. Video shows the truck crashing the gates and then making a second attempt at ramming the barrier. Driver then getting out of the truck and waving a Nazi flag.
And the truck cut right in front of the path that I was going to take onto the sidewalk. So this was probably no more than 25 feet in front of me.
Sources tell ABC News the driver was interviewed by the FBI, telling investigators that he planned to take over the government. Authorities now looking into his mental health as that investigation continues. Kari Lake not taking no for an answer. Today, Lake announcing she will appeal Monday's court decision rejecting her claim Maricopa County did not review signatures. Lake believes that cost her the 2022 governor's race. Lake also announced a statewide effort to follow the ballot, a voter registration effort that also includes tracking current registered Republican and independent voters and getting them to the polls next year. More school resource officers are coming to schools statewide. The Arizona Department of Education announcing that State Superintendent Tom Horn's recommendations have been approved. $100 million in funding will go to providing school resource officers to more than 300 campuses across the state. It's an increase from 190. Training will include instruction on school violence prevention strategies, child and adolescent development, and mental health. Thankful to be alive. That is what one Florence man is saying after he and his dog were stung by hundreds of bees. ABC 15's Luz Delia Caballero sitting down with him one day after he was released from the hospital, showing us how he's holding up.
This is something John Fisher tells us is going to be hard for him to forget. And as you can see, even days after he was stung by these bees, a few of them are still on the clothes he was wearing. Fisher was riding his wheelchair exercise bike with his dog Pippin when he swatted what he thought was a fly. Soon after, a swarm of bees began to attack them. A neighbor's surveillance camera catching the scary moments on video. You can see Fisher on the ground trying his best to cover his head.
The next thing I knew, they were all over my arms, all over my face, all over my back. They were trying, and then it just became more and more intense. And then the dog was starting to get covered with them.
He then let his dog loose, but the bees kept stinging him until first responders arrived and hosed him down. Fisher was taken to the hospital and Pippin to the vet. Doctors told him they were attacked by killer bees, adding he was stung more than 250 times and his dog more than 50. Both are expected to make a full recovery. Coming up at 5, hear what experts say you should do to stay safe if you run into bees. Luz Delia Caballero, ABC 15, Arizona.
Another rec center to check out, the YMCA. There are family memberships available. Family package that includes one adult is about $80 a month. For 2 adults, it's $90 a month. The family packages would include all children in your household who are under 21. With a membership, you get access to all group and virtual fitness classes, free parents' night out, and discounts on camp programs. Tracking your forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Amber Sellens. Another sunny and hot day in store for tomorrow. Breezes, though, picking up a little bit in the afternoon, which will help mix our air and limit the amount of ozone pollution that builds up throughout the day. So that's the good news. We'll hit 74 at 6 a.m., 94 at noon, and 100 degrees in the forecast around 4 p.m. here in Phoenix. As we take a look at the next several days, high pressure out to our east, low pressure to the northwest. Now, this storm system is going to get close, but it's not coming in. So we will keep this forecast dry, but as we sit between this low and this high, breezes actually pick up here for Thursday and Friday, a little bit more across Arizona, and we'll get some slightly cooler air coming in as well. Same story as we head into the weekend, keeping that heat at bay a little bit through the Memorial Day weekend as another storm system passes to our north. So as we look at the next 7 days, 100 in the forecast for Wednesday and Thursday, breezier conditions Thursday and Friday, and a drop to the upper 90s over the holiday weekend.
This ABC15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. All roads lead to Sanderson Ford.